Hey guys, what is up? Today, I'm doing a get ready with me. My hamster is very, very loud. I've got two hamsters. Very, very loud. So, I apologize about that. So, I kind of just felt like using some new products that I had, because I did an order with Ulta and Sephora, and I thought I would use those on camera, because I need content. I'm just kidding, I have a lot of ideas, and I haven't even, started yet. So, you know how that goes. So, I'm using the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer, and I'm gonna use one pump of that. That just totally spurted, so never mind, I used two pumps, because that was not good. So I'm just gonna dot this where I know I need it. And this is going to be kind of like a, how I do, goth / Visual K makeup. Because I know there's not a whole lot of tutorials on how to do Visual K makeup, and most of them are really, really old and are kind of out of style. So I just thought that I would do that. So let's grab a brush here. Not that one. Yeah, this one works. So I've got my Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation in the shade Light 44 Cool. So I'm just going to get a pump of that on the back of my hand and dot that on my face. So, a little story time. I thought I would talk about the time that I went to Akon and I met Pentagon. So, in 2017, my dad lived in Texas, and I lived in Texas in 2015 to 2016, and then a ton of times, other times before that, and I was actually born there. And yeah, so I saw that Pentagon was coming to Fort Worth. I think it was June. Was Akon 28, and so I flew from Idaho to Texas, and then we drove from San Antonio to Fort Worth, which was like a day-and-a-half drive, I think, and it wasn't very fun. I mean, it was fine. We had our dog with us, so... Or did we? No, we didn't bring our dog. We left her with a friend. A friend that lived in Texas. I'm just getting this on the eyelids and on the forehead. I really, really love this foundation because it really just creates a blank canvas. It's matte and it just looks really nice. And it's like a perfect skin tone match for me. And you can hardly see, any of my acne. Here. Let me blend this a little bit more on the mouth. But you can hardly see any of my acne. I've got some here. And a little bit over here. My acne has been getting a lot better. And I'll probably share my skincare routine at some point. Because I've changed my skincare routine quite a bit. And it's really, really working for me right now. So I'll probably share that. I'm just looking for a concealer. Let's use another new item. The Revlon Conceal and Define. So I'm going to get some of this. And this is a really, really brightening shade on me. See, it's really, really bright in comparison to my skin. But it's a good tone. And it really works well for my skin tone. Because I am what they call a vanilla Mexican. Yes, if you saw my first video... You know that I am a quarter Latino. That is my ethnicity. But anyway, we went to Fort Worth, and I went Friday and Saturday. And Friday I cosplayed as Celestia Ludenberg from Danganronpa. And then Saturday, I just went as... I was just myself. I had a wig on. and I bought a new wig. Well, now it's not new anymore, but I bought a wig at Arta Wigs. They had a stand there, and I really love that wig. And I'm really glad that it's held up for so long, because it's probably my favorite wig that I own. So let's go in with a little bit of powder. I don't want to use that brush. Let's use a big fluffy brush. But on Friday, there was a concert. Or was Saturday the concert? I think Saturday was the concert. Yeah, Saturday was the concert. And then, so I went Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday was the concert, and then Sunday was the meet and greet. And the concert was awesome. Like, the concert was amazing. I went with my dad, because I couldn't go by myself. So I'm all like that, and ready to go. But yeah, I went with my dad, and I really enjoyed it. We both had a really good time. I met some new friends there. I met Sukun, and I forgot the other person's name. I don't even know if she has social media or not. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of contour. Just kind of contour the cheeks. Get that nice and high and defined. But yeah, I don't even know if she has like Instagram or anything. But I added Sukun on Facebook. So we keep in contact now, which I think is super cool that we met at a con. And then it turned out a bunch of my friends were friends with him. So yeah, that's really cool. And this is the Wet n Wild contouring palette. And then Sunday, this is the really juicy part. So I'm gonna go in with some highlight with my glittery highlighting brush, which I love. It's like the perfect size, and it's super soft. So I'm gonna go in with my new palette. This is the Sephora Holographic Face and Cheek palette. Looks like this. And I'm gonna go in with the... Let's go in with the Blue Violet. But Sunday, I went to the meet and greet, and I got there like pretty early, and I remember like what order they were in. So I talked to Atsuki first, and he was really quiet, and I think it's because he didn't realize that I speak Japanese. And, well, my Japanese wasn't very good at the time, but it was enough to be able to, like, talk to somebody and have, like, a decent conversation with them. But, yeah, he just wrote on the thing, and then he said thank you. And then I talked to Yutori, and I said to him, I'm trying to remember exactly what I said. I said, Yutori-kun wa ichiban tsuki na bandoman. And I'll put the translation on the thing. But, and then he looks at me, and he grabs my hand, like, in his hand, and then he says in his best American accent he can possibly muster, he says, thank you. And I just about died. Like, just saying. I just about died. Like, that was one of the best, like, moments of my life. By far. By far. I'm gonna go in with the same palette and do a little bit of blush. I'm gonna do, like, a neutral blush. I don't usually do blush when I'm doing, like, a gothic or a visual K look. But I thought a neutral blush would be fine. It brings a little bit more, like, life back to the face. You feel me? So, you know, it's fine. It's fine. My face looks good. And then there was Minfa. And then I asked Minfa, I was like, America ga suki desu ka? And then he nods. And then I'm trying out the Milani eyeshadow primer. So I just get a teeny tiny dot. on my hand, just like that. And it looks like this. And he nods his head, and then he's all smiling, and it's super cute. Oh, also, like, before I got up there and I was in line, I saw Minfa, like, kicking his legs under the table because he's so short. I want to say he's shorter than me, and I'm 154 centimeters. I want to say he's like 150 or something like that. I just know that he's really, really short. Like, super, super tiny. And it was adorable. And so now I'm taking my new Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, the eye palette, and I'm going to go in and see what color should I use first. Let's grab a brush. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to go in to this gray color right here. And I'm just going to blend that. And then I told him, I was like, Kino no yoru no raibu wa rakushikata desu ka? Or desu ne. I said something like that. I'm trying to remember exactly what I said. And then he nods his head and he smiles, and it was a really good experience. And then Taku is next, and now I'm taking the white and I'm gonna blend. Taku was so sweet. He was probably the sweetest one. Because he looks at me, and at the time I only had my nose piercing, and so he looks at me and he taps his nose and he's like, Pyasu. And I'm like, hai, visual kei ga suki desu. And he's like, oh, hontoni. And he was just like really, really impressed that I actually like visual kei. And that I knew what visual kei was. So that was really cool. And I'm trying to remember what else he said. I'm pretty sure I just said arigato, and then I went to Chizuru. And then next was Chizuru. He was speaking English. He said, thank you, and I used to have a transcript on my phone of exactly what they said because I did it like right after it happened because I wanted to remember forever what they said to me. But when I went, because I went to the hallway of the Fort Worth Convention Center and I had an anxiety attack because I was so full of adrenaline that, like, I couldn't even contain myself. Going back with that gray and the white. I couldn't even contain myself. Like, I was so, like, it was crazy. I don't even know, like, what? So now I'm taking the black. I'm just going on my upper lash line. Just kind of taking this and creating like a smoky outer V. And then I'm kind of taking it above the crease to do like that Neo style, like cut crease thing. And then I went back to the booth where they were at, or the table, and I asked the security guard where they were doing the pictures. And Taku looks at me and he's like, oh, hello. You know, he's like saying hi to me because he like remembered my face. And I was so shocked. Like, that is so sweet. Like, he was honestly just a sweetheart. He was really, really cool. So now I'm just kind of blending this so I get like this nice soft look. And then I'm gonna take a matte cream color. I'm just gonna take a matte cream color and reinforce the light on my lids. But yeah, and then we took pictures together and I got the checky. So I keep one of them in my wallet. And then I keep the other one on a little container on my desk. Or not on my desk, on my dresser. So there's some really good memories there. And I'm really, really happy that I got to have that experience. And I feel super lucky. And I really hope, you know, that they find happiness in wherever they're going. I'm taking that gray color again, and I'm just going a little bit below the eye, and I'm kind of like clearing it out a little bit to kind of get like that droopy eye effect. You feel me? Okay, so I think that's done. And then let's go with some mascara. Sorry, my camera shut off. So I just finished my eyebrows. So they look pretty good. And I'm going to take this same brush and I'm going to grab the black eyeshadow in this Shade and Light palette is really, really good. And I'm going to take my black eyeshadow and just reinforce the color. This palette kind of reminds me of my Lorac Pro palette, at least as far as the mattes go. And I have a feeling that I'm going to get a lot of use out of this, because these are colors that I use like all the time. I'm probably going to run out of the black and like the dark brown the fastest, because those colors are always ones that I go through like super quickly, because I use a lot of black for my eyebrows mostly. I use a lot of eyeshadow for my eyebrows. Okay, and let's do a little nose contour. Why not? So I'm going to take this light brown right here. I'm just going to gently take this down the nose. And then I'm just going to take my finger, do a little bit of a highlight shade, and take that down the bridge of my nose. Okay. Looks good. And then I'm going to take, let's do this new lipstick that I got. It is the shade Damned by Kat Von D, which is now no longer owned by Kat Von D, so I feel okay buying their products. The D in Kat Von D stands for dumbass, if you didn't know. I need to do a little bit of cleanup around the edges. Just got a little bit, you know, a little bit excited. Oh no, it looks like I have snake bites. Concealer snake bites. I used to have snake bites. I don't know if you guys remember that. I took them out because I didn't like the placement. They were too close together. Oh no. What did I do? Okay, sweet. And now let's just fix this hair. Alright, so this is the finished look. I've got my Arda wig on, and then I've got this choker from Amazon. This dress is from Target, and the hat was from Wish, I think. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye!